Hello, have you ever been misled by prejudice or stereotypes? Let me introduce an experiment by Jane Elliott, an elementary school teacher. One day, she told her students that a person with brown eyes is superior to a person with blue eyes. Next day, the conversation is reversed. She told her students a person with blue eyes is superior. Then, how did the elementary school students react? They were divided into two groups. One with the brown eyes and the other with the blue eyes. I would like to talk about stereotypes and bias in this speech for a moment. We are in a lot of stereotypes than we think. Our brains cannot distinguish stereotypes. The information received by one person through 5 senses is very large, about 11 million information per second. Normally, only about 40 of them will be received. In other words, there is a lot of information to be given, but when you accept the information, you will accept it at a very low rate. So when your brain edits information, you will receive what I want and what I believe. Especially when we are stereotyped, we make mistaken judgments by thinking ourselves in the center. Let's take an example of the experiment that has actually been done in this regard. In this experiment, experimenter presented a song, but presented only the beat without adding sound. Most of the people in this experiment could not guess what this song was, even though it's a simple song like Airplane. According to these experiments, it implies that even though we may think we have spoken enough to the listener, there may not actually be enough information. But can we conclude all the stereotypes are all the bad things? John Barr, a psychology professor at Yale University, says that stereotypes is not all about recognizing information, but it also has the power to turn what we see into something else. Let me introduce another experiment. In this experiment, 5 people received cold coffee and 5 others received hot coffee, and they interviewed an applicant. As a result, all 5 who held cold coffee wanted to fail the applicant, and all 5 who held hot coffee wanted to pass the applicant. This is just one kind of illusion. We can think it is a good illusion to feel emotions, which are warmly received by other people. Professor Sally Taylor says positive illusions can motivate people, make them happy, and give them confidence that they can achieve specific goals. We often regard illusions, prejudice, and stereotypes as bad things. The experiments I have shown above are examples of this bad bias. It would be really hard for us to live modern days without any illusions or stereotypes. We are depressed in many parts of the day. We are hard to live nowadays without any positive illusions such as tomorrow will be better, we will be able to succeed someday. With a positive illusion, we abandon prejudice against prejudice and live a brighter day. Thank you.